So, guys, I just wanted to remind everybody that this episode has been translated into multiple languages, and if you're hearing me right now in a different language than you were expecting, all you have to do is click onto the gear icon somewhere on this screen. A new pop up menu will appear. Scroll down, and you'll see Audio Track. Click on this, and you can select the language of your choice. You can select English, Brazilian Portuguese, French, Spanish, and German. YouTube has given us access to all of these new dubbed features, and I hope it's helped other people reach my content and enjoy my episodes. Thanks again for all your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. And let's get on to this episode. Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. So guys, the 40th anniversary of the Thundercats is nearly upon us. And it's kind of poetic that we're getting more Thundercats news pretty much every single day. We're seeing some people receive the Thundercats Cat Slayers in varying conditions. Unfortunately, our good friend Mad Hatter had a windowed version of the Cat Slayer, which was unexpected, to say the least. You guys should check out that video. That was just kind of sad. That one really kind of was an ouchie for so many people looking at it through his video. But today, we got news that the first images of Wave 12 of the Thundercats Ultimates has leaked, and I wanted to take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was posted on Thundercats Ultimates fans as they were kind enough to share these images with us. And I gotta tell you, my mind was absolutely blown in who was included in this wave. Without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was posted on Thundercats Ultimates fan page. Let's have a look. I want to give a huge shout out to our good friends over at Thundercats Ultimates Fans on Facebook. This fan page is, of course, a wonderful group of fans, whether it's customizations or even just amazing photographs of their collections. Everybody here is a huge fan of Thundercats. Let's take a look at what was posted on Thundercats Ultimates fan page today, because this will literally blow our minds. Scrolling down a little bit right from the top, and it looks like Henry Wright has actually posted a brand new photo of a leak for Wave 12 of the Thundercats Ultimates. Holy crap, everybody. This truly is the year of Thundercats. The 40th anniversary of the Thundercats is this year, and this is absolutely nuts, everybody. Let's have a look. Henry went on to say that Wave 12 sneak peek. Thanks, Ricardo. Now, we don't know who Ricardo is, but he just did us a huge solid. This is amazing, and it appears that Cruncher, Nida, and of course, the much-anticipated Safari Joe and Mule are the characters being released in Wave 12, everybody. This is crazy. Now, I did a little bit more digging and found out that these photos actually came from Instagram account Equa Collections on Instagram, and his comments go on to say that Ultimates Wave 12 arrive in December of 2025. Holy crap, guys, it's amazing. To place your order, click on the website, click here over to this Equa Collections link, which led me over here to their Ultimates Thundercats page, and scrolling down, there they are, Wave 12. Exactly as they promised. Holy crap, guys. They are already taking pre-orders for these characters. First, of course, we should take a look at this collage, which was put together by Super 7. This is crazy. Standing in front of the Cat Slayer, as has been pretty much the way they've been doing all of their pre-rendered images. These guys look incredible. Let's have a closer look at these guys. Heading over to Equa Collections and scrolling down, we can actually see the pre-order page for Nada. There is Nada, and man, she is amazing standing in front of Cat Slayer. I'm telling you guys, Cat Slayer is going to be a huge deal for any collectors once they finally get them into their hands. Adding Nada here would be amazing. She's sporting that wonderful bone arrow, and we can see here that there is a smoke bomb attached to it. She does have that wonderful ponytail, which I mentioned earlier. The face sculpt looks absolutely gorgeous. I do love what they've done with this particular character. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll translate over to the toy just as well, because she looks so good here in the digital render. Moving down further, we can see her traditional attire for the warrior maidens of the Third Earth, and they look absolutely incredible. She has that quiver. She has this wonderful bead. I think it's a necklace or maybe some sort of tribal garb. She's always got it on her wrist, and it's something very signature to the character herself. I'm not sure they ever really explained in the series. We should ask Thundercats Classic more about it. Her legs are pretty much bare, except for that one piece of garment which covers her left shin, and I do believe that's actually where she sheaths her knife. Nada comes with everything that you see here. She comes with a pair of swappable heads. One is a smiling head, which is actually rare for a warrior maiden to show her softer side, whereas her normal demeanor is of this rather stoic face. She also comes with with a small dagger, a quiver with a full set of arrows, several swappable hands, including a drawing hand for her bow and arrow, 2 karate chop hands, several slightly splayed out claw hands, and 2 gripping hands. She also comes with her bow and arrow as well as a pair of different arrows which are included, along with one that has a smoke grenade attached to the bottom. Now the string on the bow seems to be elastic, as the previous picture depicts it as being drawn across her chest, and I do believe it is in the same vein as Bobby from the Dungeons & Dragons series, as well as Willa. This is a wonderful pack out for sure, and of course it will remain to be seen whether or not Nada's facial sculpt is carried over to the actual toys. I am crossing my fingers that that's actually going to be true. Here she is in the new Ultimates packaging, and if we take an eagle eye look at this, it's the same Ultimates packaging for the most part, but it does have this little indentation at the top, Super 7 at the top, ages 14 plus, but as we scroll down, we do see that there's a wonderful new illustration right at the corner, and the Thundercats logo has moved to the side with Nada in the front. I really like this new treatment. I think it's a wonderful addition to the packaging and really does give a little bit more flair in terms of overall design, as most of them were just kind of Spartan in their overall nature. I love it. The next figure we're going to take a look at is Cruncher. Oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. We've already got Hammerhand as the leader of the Berserkers, and now we finally get our second Berserker in the line, Cruncher. Let's take a look at this Berserker up close and personal. There he is, everybody, and talk about being personal. Cruncher has grabbed Lion-O and is literally crunching him on his chest. This, of course, is in line with the actual character's action feature from the original LJN toy, and man, he looks huge. He is a brute. Thus, his additional extra charge for the character, much like characters like Mum-Ra and Snowman. He's got that crazy facial expression when he's really trying to crunch down on you. I love the overall attire. It's very much the same way he looked in the cartoon. He's got those horns on top of his helmet. He's got those shoulder pauldrons right on top of his traps. Huge hulking muscles. Those crazy gloves, which kind of remind me of Mega Man, to be honest with you. And of course, he's got those robotic legs. Now, the thing about Cruncher is he's actually really short-statured in his leg department, but he's got those crazy gorilla arms, and he uses them to great effect. So depending on how he stands, he actually might look shorter than Lion-O, but in reality, he is an absolute brute. Cruncher comes with everything that you see here. Honestly, he doesn't come with a lot. He doesn't really need too much in the way of weapons, but what he does have, it's very much akin to the character. He has this crazy grimacing face, which of course is when he's really starting to flex and try to crush you to death. He has this rather stoic face, almost jovial in its overall appearance. And then of course the big feature for this guy is just his mass. He is absolutely one huge chunk of nothing but muscle, as well as those robotic legs. Absolutely ridiculous. He also comes with the swappable hands. He's got a pointing finger as well as a grip hand, and those 2 crunching hands, which are actually not meant to grip anything. They're moreover meant to clasp around additional characters once you put him into those positions. He also has 2 little satchels, and those were the payment that were given to him by the mutants when they delivered the Thunderian pilgrims, Bengali, Pumaira, and Linkso. Cruncher is a force to be reckoned with, and I really hope that he ends up looking pretty much exactly the same as we see here. His overall pack out, again, is very similar to the standard Super 7 Ultimates pack out, but we can see in the corner here, just like with Nada, that they have a wonderful new illustration in the corner with the Thundercats logo on the right and Cruncher in the middle. I love it. This is awesome. The second Berserker in the line, Cruncher. And finally, we get to take a look at a much anticipated character. I mean, come on, guys. We've been waiting this guy. We expected him in like wave 3, 4, maybe even 5, but no. Super 7 waited all the way until wave 12 to release this guy. Check it out, everybody. Oh my gosh. It is Safari freaking Joe and Mule. Oh my goodness, everybody. Let's take a look at these 2 guys. There he is, Safari Joe. It feels like we've been waiting forever for this guy, and quite literally, we pretty much have. Oh my gosh, he's everything that we've ever wanted in a figure for Safari Joe. He really does look like he just jumped out of the cartoon screen. He's got that bandana around his neck, that safari jacket, as well as those hunting pants and those boots. He's got that crazy rifle, which has multiple armaments embedded within it, grasping clamps to hold down Chitara and float her in the air, this flamethrower, a hologram projector to create bats to counter Panthro, and multiple different rounds which shoot different items to control each and every aspect of his abilities to trap Thundercats or any big game, as he calls it, from the universe. He looks stunning, and I love that monocle, which helps him to identify different aspects of the environment around him, as well as put up reticles and different information, much the same way Batman uses his cowl to identify all these different tactical weaknesses to exploit for his enemies. And then, of course, there is Mule, his trusty sidekick who gives him all the information that he ever needed for any of his big game, especially the Thundercats. Mule was indispensable as an ally, and he's wonderfully recreated here in his action figure form and literally looks like he jumped out of the cartoon screen. He practically is another character, so in reality you're actually getting 4 figures in the line, which is actually why Safari Joe is slightly higher priced than Nada, and the sculpting here is just absolutely wonderful. He has that little smokestack hat, he's got that bumper grill in the front, he literally looks like almost a Transformer choo-choo train. He's got that big, huge M in the front, signifying that he is the mule. Those wonderful-looking arms, each has individual digits, and of course, his tank tread wheels, which look so cute. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that he was so menacing and programmed to serve such an evil person like Safari Joe, he really would be an awesome mascot character for any line. Safari Joe comes with everything that you see here, and honestly, he is a little lacking, but I can understand why. After all, Mule is pretty much a full character in and of himself. Safari Joe only comes with a single extra weapon. It is his dagger, which I don't think he ever really used, thinking about it now. He comes with 2 faces. One is a more stoic face, and the other one is a little bit more excited. Obviously, when he starts getting the upper hand and advantage, he becomes very, very excited, just about to capture any of the Thundercats. It would be really interesting to see a more frightened face. I think that would be excellent, but unfortunately we're not going to get that in this round. He also comes with a single blast effect, which is the flamethrower effect, and of course that wonderful rifle which he sports so much. Mule himself is of course a wonderful addition to this pack out. However, I will say I am kind of disappointed it doesn't have any floating clamps, which of course were used to capture Chitara. Those would have been a really nice addition, I think, as these little clamps couldn't have been that hard to produce. Or maybe even a energy bat. It doesn't have to be nearly this size to frighten Panthro. It could just be a smaller version, which is what it started out as. That would have been a really nice little piece to be added with Safari Joe. But then again, we are getting Mule. So I think that in and of itself is a pretty good inclusion for this particular pack out. I really do hope that Safari Joe ends up looking exactly the way he does here because, as we know, it's kind of a hit and miss for Super 7 head sculpts, but I really do like the appearance here in the digital renders. He looks amazing. Safari Joe's packaging is, of course, the same as everyone else's, but as we've seen with these new packages, at the bottom left-hand corner, we do see Safari Joe just yucking it all up, and as I said, it would have been really nice to see this additional head sculpt for Safari Joe, but what we're getting in this particular pack out is pretty cool, and I'm really excited that we're finally getting Safari Joe, along with all these other characters, in Wave 12. Guys, Wave 12 of the Thundercats has been leaked, and we're getting to see a first glimpse at these amazing new characters. I myself have been waiting for all of these guys to add to my collection, and I'm super excited that they're coming, hopefully, by December of 2025. Holy crap, guys, I can't believe it. Safari Joe, Safari freaking Joe has finally been released, as well as a Warrior Maiden and a Berserker. Oh my freaking gosh, everybody. The 40th anniversary of Thundercats is upon us, and I am absolutely over the moon at what we're getting, and we're probably going to get even more stuff. Can we possibly hope and dream and wonder if we're ever going to get a Mum-Ra playset for the Tomb, Sarcophagus, Spy Pool, and of course the Ancient Spirits of Evil? My fingers are crossed for that, as well as anything else Thundercats related, as it's coming down to the wire how many more characters there are to fill the roster for the Thundercats Ultimates. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Are you interested in this brand new Wave 12 Safari Joe, Cruncher, and of course Nada? These look amazing. And of course, I can't forget, I almost forgot about Mule, who is of course included with Safari Joe, but as an additional action feature. That's freaking amazing. Guys, let me know if you guys are going to put your hard-earned cash for this new Wave 12. Or are you only interested in Safari Joe, or not even interested in any of these characters, as there are no more Thundercats or Lunatics involved, and you'd rather just complete that set as those are the main characters that you're interested in? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. 2025 is really killing it in terms of toy news. It's starting to ramp up really quickly now, guys. And of course, the Thundercats 40th anniversary is coming up very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, I did a deep dive into the Thundercats photos, which were provided by a good friend of the channel, Clint Jorgensen, and of course, we want more Thundercats on Instagram, as well as many other photos which were included by so many different people who were posting it on social media. I did a whole video on that right here. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you guys there. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. Good journey. Thundercats. Ho. Geek proud, everybody.